Hi guys, Chapter 16, Data and Analytics sounds boring as absolute batshit. Unfortunately, it is the absolute future of marketing. I've been teaching marketing for decades, and this is where it's happening. We now have the capability in marketing to understand where our dollars are working in terms of advertising. We can get access to customers pretty much anytime they have a mobile device, they're online. I described the power of these analytics like giving me the keys to the Death Star and saying taking it for a spin. Unbelievable. I cannot believe the transformation, the decision-making ability that we have now compared to just pulling it out of our pockets and going, this is what my gut thinks, this is it. There is a level of precision, even to the point that they can design ads based on how you react to actual content in those ads. It is absolutely frightening. What I'm going to do is a quick review of this chapter. This should be used with, and there are so many videos on the Moodle page, which will give you a fantastic understanding. There are so many career options in marketing if you understand analytics. If you don't, and when we talk analytics, guys, we're really talking about, it's just reporting. You can track social media use, you can look at satisfaction. All of these things that customers do just come now in really easy to read reports that are used in decision making. It's not, you don't have to be a math specialist. They have data scientists to do this. You just need to say, oh, okay, here's the data that shows their preferences, their usage, when they're buying. All of these factors that assist us to better understand our customer are there, and we then make decisions based on that. It's just really advanced decision making using great software tools, beautiful colored reports, easy to use, which allow us to draw on our fundamentals of understanding the target customer. Right, so I'm going to quickly go through this because there's so much more value to be derived from just looking at the highlights here, and definitely investing the time to look at the videos on the Moodle page. Again, they start off with a little example. Can tweets predict gender? Yes, I mean, there's so many things that get captured that'll identify you. It's frightening. So, we have the term big data. All that is, it's just there's so much information captured in everything that we do. How do you sort it out? Right, I mean, how do you walk into a Woolies? Imagine that's your data store. You've never been there before, and they say, okay, go and make a bolognese or something. It's like, well, where do you start? Where do you find it? What's useful? What's not? Right, so really, guys, all data analytics is looking at data and analysing it to make sense of it. You've got a problem you want to solve. How can knowing a lot about your target market help you solve it? What are their preferences, likes, dislikes, response to media? It's not complicated, it just sounds difficult. And I've avoided it for years until the last 5 years when I realised this is the future of marketing. Learn it or retire. So data-driven marketing is, guys, blah, blah, blah. It's just what I've said, right? You're looking at it. You're looking at information that looks at your target market, their pricing, and other activities, right? Now, this is the scary part. Rather than a lack of data, we now have too much. 90% of the data available today has been created in the past 2 years. This is a massive craze. This is why I'm telling guys who are doing finance degrees, if you're good at Excel, learning to look at spreadsheets is a real career advantage if you're going to be marketing. So literally imagine, miles and miles of data. We've got to sort it and figure out, hey, does this make sense? Which then brings it to data-driven decision making. In other words, look at the data, figure it out, and interpret it. Now, what's really good, and I've got some fantastic videos on this, relationship management tools. It's all there. I've picked some of the basic tools, a little bit more advanced, to show you how it's done. 10-minute video is going to give you so much understanding of what we do in marketing, how we view the customer, For those of you who are non-marketers, understanding why the marketers employ these tools and how they make their decisions will help you realize that marketing is no longer just talking a big game. We've actually got facts and figures to prove it. So this is what it's about. So yeah, you've got customer lifetime value dashboards. Guys, I've got this on the Moodle site. Realistically, we're just trying to keep track of what our customers do. Customer lifetime value, how much can you get out of someone over their lifetime? That's pretty much it. I mean, how many Adidas bloody golf shirts can I buy, or Adidas shoes, belts, shorts, jumpers? Yeah, that's it. You look at it. How much is this guy worth to you? If you're a BMW owner, how many BMWs will he buy, will his family buy over the next 20 or 30 years? Right, this is the kind of stuff. How much money is that person worth, and how much of it can we get as a company? You can tell I'm getting slightly excited because show me the money. That's what we do, right? We have to generate revenue for the company to keep paying our salaries. Yeah, Salesforce they mentioned here. I've got a quick little section on Salesforce. It is the #1 software package in the world for tracking your salespeople, but it also captures 80% of it to 90% of its marketing data. When are the people buying? When are they due to buy? What influences them? How do you match up your marketing campaigns to when the customer's just about to go? So we get down to the data-driven results. I mean, look, we get it. Look, Google Analytics, guys, you want to learn about marketing, you need to do Mark 233 with Michael Memmott. This is just part and parcel of it. I also teach a postgrad class. This is what they were doing last night. You need to understand who's looking at your website. There's a heap, again, great videos on digital. Looking at these videos will take away a lot of the intimidation factor, because you'll look at it and go, oh, I actually understand what that graph means. I know what the terminology means. All this makes sense. At the moment, it's like, oh, it's too much. Analytics. I used to be the same with balance sheets. I'd look at a balance sheet and I'd just blank out. I go, I don't know. I don't understand any of this shit. Until I was on a board once, and one of the guys saw my reaction. He went, let me show you a trick. And he took a bit of paper, covered all except one line of the balance sheet and went, do you understand that term? I went, yeah, it means this. Then we went to the next one. When I got halfway down, he went, you pretty much know everything that's on that balance sheet. You've just intimidated by all at once. And I went, yeah, you're right. So it's a trick that I've learned. Show you what the data is, and most of you go, oh, I understand all those concepts. And that's the way to then pull it back. So don't get too freaked out about analytics. Right, big data. This is another one. Honestly, I hear big data and I just think big bullshit, but it's not. The reality is, the more I've looked at it, and you can analyze exactly what your customers are doing, it is the greatest diagnostic power out. And if you know your marketing fundamentals, you can outthink your opponents. And that just, beating the competitor, because you know the marketplace, you know your competitor, and you know your customers better, is what fundamentally excites me about marketing. All right, so what have we got? Look, guys, classic multiple choice section here. What's the definition of big data? All of these V's usually find their way in a multiple choice exam. Let me give you a free mark. Just learn this. Right, the Internet of Things. Look, guys, scanner data, web data, mobile data. Look, social media data. Look at Hootsuite. You can now track exactly what your competitors are posting. You can look at it and identify which groups tend to respond to it. Believe it or not, posts with kittens and puppies always outperform other things. Everything you need to know. And there's an 11-minute video on how to use Hootsuite. Listen to it and see what they actually do. It's just so easy to find out what's going on, but you've got to invest in it if you're a company. Data issues, blah, blah, blah. Hardware resources, not our problem. Data governance, not our problem. This is where data analytics in marketing, I call it marketing data analytics. Go and look at the videos. But this is a good one to understand. Descriptive analytics. Answer, what happened? Why did it happen? So you look at past data and you go, why are people buying it? Why aren't they? Was our advertising campaign right, wrong, etc.? Predictive is trying to go, well, we know the customer that well. We think we can figure it out. And this is the classic. You've got historical data with algorithms and predict what someone's going to buy. And this is just beautiful as a marketer to be able to do it. You get this in Mark 233. Marketing effectiveness is about how do you measure this. Guys, the future of business is for understanding where your dollars are being spent on the marketing budget, how it works. Your finance guys, accountants, you have to prove all this stuff. Obtaining customer data. Now again, marketing analytics, look. You look at it, you understand data preparation, modeling. This is the statistical side that you have got data scientists for. We as users are just going to get put in front of a computer with a software package, and it will show here are the range of what's happening in your data. It may have a dashboard saying if your data has this value, it means this, and it's just so user friendly. So again, customer acquisition, guys, don't worry about this. This is advanced stuff in terms of getting your databases, how many are leaving, etc. But where it gets interesting is customer satisfaction is a traditional measure of marketing. I mean, are they happy? Aren't they happy? If they're not happy, they're going to tell everyone online. So again, these are just things that we can do to look at the effectiveness of our programs and how our brand's operating. Machine learning, AI, this is advanced stuff. I'm not worried about it yet. These are literally degrees on their own, these headings. Now, data mining, again, it's just letting the computer scientists, data scientists crunch the numbers and pull stuff out. I like text analytics. We've got Dr. Michael Memmott, Rodney Clark are excellent at looking at what's online, Twitter, sentiment. What are people saying about your brand? That's how sophisticated we've become. All right, what have we got? Issues in analytics, don't care. Future of data analytics. The reality is, guys, this is the future. They're saying that the competitive advantage is waned. That's because everyone is using similar approaches to get this understanding. But that's why I say, if you've invested your time in understanding your customer better and getting customer insights, you will always use the data better in decision making. So what else have we got? Guys, that's it. It's not a particularly exciting chapter, but the stuff on Moodle and the concepts raised here are extremely exciting. They are the future of marketing, digital marketing in particular, the analytics available there, what they can and can't do. I'm still freaked out that last year I saw that we had a guest lecturer come in and say, depending on whether the weather, it's raining or not, we can put an image into an online ad to match the weather and put that in front of a customer pretty much instantaneously. So if it's sunny in Sydney, they can put a bottle of Corona in an image suggesting go and have a drink. It is absolutely frightening, guys. So the power of information cannot be underestimated. Having it, I've said for years, information is power, and that has not changed. And who wields that, like a lightsaber, that information, that understanding the best, will always have a competitive advantage. So here are some of the definitions that would be useful for a couple of multiple choice questions. And here's a mini case study on companies that have been changed by online stuff and analytics. But guys, the fundamental thing to understand is that it is all about decision making. right? What is it? You've got information on your customers that helps you serve them better than the competitor. And that is